Power English.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Hey, Cameron, I have a question for you.
Okay.
And I may have asked you this before, but I'm going to ask again.
Okay.
How many monthly subscriptions, 구독, do you have?
So talking about maybe streaming services.
Okay, streaming services. Let's start with streaming service.
Oh, goodness. I recently added one.
Oh, you did?
Because there was a show I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
So I have 4 of those.
4. Okay. Yeah, me too.
I think that's my only subscription. Oh, no, I have a video editing program. I have a subscription to that.
Okay.
I think 5 in total?
Yeah, I feel like people in general probably have about 4 or 5.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah,
I
me
know
too.
You have streaming services.
I do. I have about 4.
And then do you do any like supplements or food subscriptions?
I do. Yes, I do have subscriptions for supplements because they're 10 or 15% cheaper. So you get that extra discount.
Yeah.
무조건.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I have 강아지 유치원. So my dog daycare. And then my gym. And then...
Oh, so there are a few subscriptions.
Oh, there are, yeah.
Okay.
They really pile up, don't they?
Now, but we do want to remind our listeners, audio 어학당 subscription, you must keep forever.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
You can't get rid
Can't do it. Okay. Because we are tightening our belts. What else have you got up your sleeve? And we're talking about these monthly subscriptions. Do we really, really need this subscription? Or is it not really? Like we could just let go, cancel.
Well, I mean, I think everything you could do without.
Yeah, true.
As long as you have clothes and food and air,
right.
You don't really need anything else.
That is true. That is true. Okay, so when someone says, what else have you got up your sleeve? So what do you have up your sleeve? S-L-E-E-V-E. It's kind of like a magician.
Yes.
Goes to his sleeve and takes something out.
Takes out a bird.
A bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So this is a secret, a trick, some plan you have that you aren't showing to other people.
Okay, very good. So that's the question. How about if you can't live without something and you just mentioned, oh, you don't need this. You can live without it.
Right. So this is a dramatic way of saying I really love this or it helps me a lot.
Okay. All right. How about to get rid of something?
Throw it away. Remove it from your sight or your house, your possession.
All right, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to our Wednesday dialogue, our daily life dialogue about tightening our belts.
I think we're doing well at finding ways to save more money. Let's keep going.
Well, I noticed several recurring charges for phone apps. Here's a list of yours. Tell me if there's anything you can't live without.
Oh, wow. I haven't used half of these apps in months. I guess I can get rid of all of them, but this one.
Great. That, along with mine, will save us another $40 a month.
What else have you got up your sleeve?
Well, you might not like it.
Okay, please join us on page 92. You can find our power dialogue there. Okay, so Kieran says, I think we're doing well at finding ways to save more money. Let's keep going. Our power pattern today is finding ways to do something.
Yes.
Okay, so what does this mean and when do we use this?
This means you are successfully discovering solutions or methods to reach a goal.
Yes.
So here, they want to save money. But how can we save money? They think about it and they realize there are certain strategies they can use. They're finding ways to save money.
Yeah. The expression to find a way is really saying to find a solution.
Yes.
To find a way to do or to get out of or to do certain things.
Yeah, it's a technique or a method that you can use to achieve your goal.
Yeah. So their goal was to save money.
Yes.
And they're finding ways to do that. Okay. And Karen is like, okay, let's keep going. Go, go, go. And Gigi says, well, I noticed several recurring charges for phone apps. Here's a list of yours. Tell me if there's anything you can't live without. Okay, recurring charges. We know what a charge is. Basically, that means you got to pay for it.
Yes.
But recurring, R-E-C-U-R-R-I-N-G. What is to recur?
Means to happen again. So, we know means to repeat or do again, right? The last part, curring, maybe you can think of the word occurring, which means to happen.
Yes.
In fact, native speakers will sometimes mispronounce this word and say reoccur. But reoccur
that is so true.
Isn't a word. You say recur.
Recur. Okay. So it's happening again.
Yes.
R-E, repeat, again and again. Okay. So basically, Gigi is saying that these charges keep coming every month. Okay. And, of course, not only subscriptions to streaming service, but apps. Maybe you use an app and they charge a fee. And Gigi says, tell me if there's anything you can't live without. So, I can't live without something means?
I absolutely need it.
Yeah.
And it can really mean that. Like, I can't live without oxygen. I can't live without water.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
But usually native speakers are using this in a diplomatic way, dramatic way. I can't live without coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You could live, but it would not be a pleasant existence.
Yeah. So like I can't live without my, I don't know, maybe like, you have a certain kind of, gadget.
Yeah. Like your cell phone.
Your cell phone or your noise-canceling headphones. You know,
or maybe there's a type of candy that you really love.
Oh, I can't
eat it all the time.
That's right. You gotta have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like gummy bears. I love gummy bears so much.
Do you?
Yeah, like the sour ones.
Oh my
Sour gummy bears.
Oh my gosh. Did I tell you about like in junior high school, my best friend and I, we would sit down during the summer, have Coke gummy bears, and we would burp. All afternoon.
Wait, you put the gummy bears in the soda?
No, they had Coke, like Coca-Cola, like
cola
kind of
flavored.
like cola flavored gummy bears, and like we would sit there and we would.
Oh my gosh! Well, see, my dad, he puts peanuts in cola and drinks it. It's like a southern thing.
Really?
It's like from where we're from. He just, on a hot day, he would take soda and then he'd put salted peanuts.
Really?
Put it in the soda and drink it.
Interesting.
So I was assuming that's what you were doing with your gummy bears.
That's right. Okay, so you can't live without your gummy bears. What does Karen say?
Oh, wow. I haven't used half of these apps in months. I guess I can get rid of all of them, but this one.
Okay. I guess I can get rid of all of them, but this one. So if you want to get rid of something, what are you saying?
You are throwing something away or you are removing it. It's like you're wiping out its existence.
Yeah, that's right. And when he says, I guess I can, it kind of feels like, well, he doesn't really want to, but maybe he has to.
Yeah, if you're not using them, get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Okay. Gigi says, great. That, along with mine, will save us another $40 a month.
Ooh, $40 a month.
Yeah.
That's like...
every month.
That's like 8 coffees or more.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And then Karen says, what else have you got up your sleeve? So, to have something up your sleeve.
So to have something up your sleeve, this is a secret plan or something you haven't told anybody else. It's a trick or it's an idea. You often hear this in a suspicious way. What do you have up your sleeve?
Yeah, I can sense there's something there.
You're thinking something.
Yeah. In this context, though, Cameron, it is just being playful.
Yes.
Like, Karen knows there's no secret, but maybe there's something else? That's what they're asking, right?
Yeah, maybe there's an extra surprise.
Yeah, is there something? I'm sure there's a little surprise there. Okay. What have you got up your sleeve? We'll give you examples, more examples in just a bit. Let's go ahead and listen to the dialogue one more time.
I think we're doing well at finding ways to save more money. Let's keep going.
Well, I noticed several recurring charges for phone apps. Here's a list of yours. Tell me if there's anything you can't live without.
Oh, wow. I haven't used half of these apps in months. I guess I can get rid of all of them, but this one.
Great. That, along with mine, will save us another $40 a month.
What else have you got up your sleeve?
Well, you might not like it.
Please join us for Power Note on pages 94 and 95. If you can or can't live without, usually we use this in the negative, like, oh, to be dramatic. I can't live without this, my foundation, a particular foundation, for instance.
Oh, like makeup foundation.
Makeup foundation.
I was thinking of a foundation of a house.
No.
It's like, yes, most houses need a
like
foundation.
a certain blush, that you really love. Okay. For an extra $500, we can have heated seats.
We can live without that feature.
But then some people, they love that feature. They can't live without. They say it's like God's gift to, humankind, these heated seats in the car.
Those ongtas are really wonderful.
They're really great. And when it's like minus 10 degrees outside.
To be honest, though, I would love the opposite, like a seat cooler. You know when it's hot?
That is true.
And you get in the car, and the seat is just
burning. It's burning.
Mm-hmm.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Right? And then even though the air conditioning is on, the seat gets kind of sticky. You're sweating.
If it's a summer, you've got shorts, so your skin is up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't live without my morning coffee.
So true.
Everyone would agree. A lot of people.
It's true. I cannot imagine. There are some people I know, they just wake up in the morning and they're awake. That's a concept I cannot understand.
Well, sometimes, Cameron, when I have this kind of craving for a late night coffee, I can't have it because it's, you don't want to have caffeine in the evening.
Right.
So sometimes there are days when I go to sleep and I'm like, oh, tomorrow I can wake up and have my coffee. I do. I look forward to the coffee next day.
Yeah, it's so true.
All right. So everyone, think about, what you can or can't live without. And it doesn't mean that you're going to die or you're going to be sick if you don't have it. It just means that you really, really love that.
Yeah.
Very specific thing.
You can even use this with a husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
I can't live without you.
Yeah. It's true.
I need you.
How many songs do we have? I can't live. Living is without you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
Yes. I can't live without you.
That's right. Exactly.
Right, okay. Get rid of something means to throw away or to remove something that you don't want. We need to get rid of that sofa.
I know it's a little old, but it's so comfortable.
You need to get rid of the TV. You need to get rid of some furniture because it's too old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, actually. I do need to get rid of, I don't know, I don't want to get rid of my sofa or my mom's sofa because it's quite old.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking, how can I save this sofa?
Maybe get someone to reupholster, which means put new fabric on it.
Right.
New cushions on it.
Yeah, I'm looking into that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to get rid of it. Okay. I got rid of all the clutter in my apartment.
Ooh, clutter is a good word.
C-L-U-T-T-E-R. What does that mean?
So, it is not trash.
Yes.
But it's one step above trash.
Right.
It's useless items in your house that you don't use anymore. It's just taking up space. And it's not dirty.
Right.
But it does make things unorganized and messy.
And a little chaotic.
Yeah, a little chaotic. Yeah.
So we often hear declutter your house, meaning, organize it. Get rid of things that you don't need.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Or if you walk into a child's room and there are toys all over the floor.
Right.
You could call that clutter.
Yes.
You would not throw the toys away, probably. You'd probably just put them in their correct place.
Right.
But it's that sense of, oh, this isn't needed here. It's
all
in
the
the wrong
extra
place.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Extra stuff. Extra stuff. And toys too. You don't need those toys, but they're there.
Yeah.
So they can be kind of clutter. But at the same time, they're not trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so is there anything that I can get rid of in my house? Probably, but I just don't have the time. Throwing things away or getting rid of things takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, especially
if it's big.
It's a big thing, and you have to go and register it.
Well, you need to get one of those, you have to buy the stickers.
Yeah, and then you have to, print it out, and you have to stick it on there.
That's right.
I've got a humidifier that I need to get rid of. It's like a big one.
Really?
Yeah. And I never used it.
You never used it?
No.
Yeah, you need to get a sticker for those.
It's so
You gotta pay 3,000원 or something, depending on the size. All right.
It just clutters my house.
Okay. Have something up one sleeve. So it means, do you have a secret plan or idea somewhere? Okay, what are the kids doing in the backyard?
I don't know, but I'm sure they have something up their sleeve.
We say this a lot with kids. Because, they're very mischievous.
Yeah.
They kind of like to be bad and play around. So it's what's up his sleeve this time?
Yeah, some trick.
Yeah.
It's that concept of 꿍꿍이.
Oh, yeah.
How you have in Korean.
Yes.
They're thinking something.
There's some 꿍꿍이 there.
Okay, what do you have up your sleeve?
That's it. When things go wrong, Jake always has something up his sleeve. In this context, what does this mean?
So this means he always has a backup plan. There's always something he can fall back on and fix the situation with.
Yeah. So depending on the context, it can mean like a backup plan. There's something else there. Great. All right. Our power pattern today is find ways to, meaning find a method or a certain plan to resolve something. I'm finding ways to extend my visa.
That's important. Yep. Sheila was good at finding ways to annoy me.
Okay. So she was good at saying certain things or doing certain things to kind of annoy you or irritate you. Yeah. Finding ways. Okay. Our power vocab today is the word recurring. So recurring charges, sometimes, on your hotel bill and you've been there for 4 days and there are these recurring charges every day.
They keep coming up.
They keep coming up. You want to look closely at those. They're just happening again and again. Do check out the definition on page 96. And what should we subscribe to?
Audio 어학당.
Okay.
For a small monthly fee.
Really, it's so small. It's like a cup of coffee.
Tiny, tiny.
Tiny, tiny. All right, and do join us live at 6 p.m. on Evening Special. We'll see you in just a bit. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.